Oh, welcome back. Good luck. Welcome. Good night, then. The guest book is here. Good luck.
Ah, it's you. Who's on duty? Done. Be careful.
Oh, come in. I'll take good care of them. Thank you for your business.
Ah, it's you. What will you do? Done. Was there something? Be careful.
Thanks for coming. Huh. Let's get started. All right, it's ready. So, what do you want?
Max HP might be nice. Because I really don't need any more TP. Survivability is not an issue, and not survivability, but longevity.
I guess you got good taste. You want to take a look at our stock? See you guys.
Ah, it's you. Consider this carefully. Who's on duty? Done. Be careful.
Oh, of course. I'll take the... I'll have something better next time.
Okay, so the way I want to handle this is I first want to go over the update that was 2 days ago. We talked about this a little bit on Tuesday. I didn't really focus on it. Because I don't like the way they do this. Let me take off my hat. Just be polite.
I should definitely have
like the way
safe
they do
passage.
They always put out a what to expect in the points update like several days before the actual update. I think when they do this, they think they're being more communicative, and the fact that they have a detailed list of why they are hitting things is good. Do not get me wrong.
Right. I'm
It is
supposed to be
good they have a
exploring
detailed
this.
list of why they are hitting things. I think putting it out before they have the actual list out is a mistake. Because they don't actually tell you what they're hitting them to and how they're hitting them, why they're hitting. They just tell you why they're hitting them. They don't tell you any of the other stuff, right? So what they do is they let you get preemptively mad about the things they may or may not be hitting. And then they tell you what they actually hit. And I think that's fucking insane. I think that's an insane way of doing things. And then if you look at the Genesis tag on the Yu-Gi-Oh blog, this is all they're putting out now. It is just what to expect.
Oh.
Here's the update.
Come in.
What to expect. Here's the update. What to expect. Here's the update.
I'll take good care of them.
And then some stuff about
Could I help you?
recaps.
Thank you for your
Why don't we have the
business.
recaps anymore, right? Why don't we have the
Oh, it's
answering
you.
some of your questions? Why don't we
Until
have
next
any of
time.
the other things we had at the beginning of the format now?
Thanks for coming. So, what do you want?
They were doing so good at the start. Yeah. They were doing really well. And they just decided to stop doing that and start doing
You wanna take a
separating
look at
out
our stock?
the explanation for why they're hitting the cards. I don't necessarily hate the fact that they separate out the points update and the why we're doing points as two separate blog posts. They should just
See
be
you guys.
posted on the same day. That's all I want. I get doing them separately
it's
because
you.
then you have one clean one that shows you all the points, and then you have one that just gives you all the explanation. Fine, that's
it's
fine.
you.
I just don't like that they're on separate days, right? That's the only reason I can figure for why they're doing this, other than just
Well, really now.
using it as
Well,
a
how
way to
old are
look
you?
The blog section to make it look like they're still being responsive, right? But I think the other explanation is that they're doing it so they can react to the response of how people react to the explanation. But I don't know that they're doing that, considering what we see here in the points update. I don't know that
Don't
we're
take
actually getting
unnecessary
that.
risks.
So
Be careful.
let's go over what we have here. They
He
said
doesn't
we're not
tell
gonna
us
hit
any
stuff in
advice
Mesa
anymore.
Muertos
How
except
may
for,
I assist
We are
Days of
veterans now. We
Tamayas.
don't need advice.
That's not
She
exactly
has
true. They do hit one other
confidence
card,
in
but
us.
it's a fine card. It's in the same
Well,
vein.
well.
I think that's fine. This is correct, by the way. You should not be hitting most of Mesa Muertos because most of those cards are not good enough to be considered hitting.
Yeah,
And then they
he's
go into
been dead for a while now. I'm kind of
usage
I was
rate.
actually going to
They go
ask,
into
is he
the
gonna
main-
be
the-
relevant
their
again
main
somehow?
Philosophy for this points update is on usage rate. And I just think this is so wrong-headed.
Please
Usage
look
rate
after
is, I
yourselves in the
think,
labyrinth.
in my opinion, the most useless
I'm counting
statistic for
on your
determining what to hit
success.
in a ban list or points update or whatever. Win
Hey,
rate,
you guys!
I could maybe see an argument for. We have a
How's
little bit
it
of win
going?
rate stuff. But usage rates, like using low usage as a way to determine when you can bring stuff back and high usage as a way to bring stuff down, I think that's completely wrong-headed. It's just a bad philosophy for this kind of like format.
Talk as
And
much
I
as
think
you want.
what it really, what
I
I'm
love
getting
you,
from
man.
this and from the points, which we'll get into in a second, is that there is no consistent philosophy. There is just, except for if we see something a lot, we want to hit it. If we see something not enough, we want to unhit it. That's the only thing I see in this whole like thing. This whole long thing is just like, here's some statistics. Cool Tune was the most played. It didn't win very much though, so we're probably not going to hit it as hard as we would have
This one,
otherwise.
huh?
It's all statistics. Everything is statistics. If you, I'm going to put the fucking hashtag Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesis on this video. If you're watching this and you're from Konami and you're one of the people who's doing this stat stuff, I want you fired. Get rid of you. I want
one, huh?
all the fucking stats people gone. Well, maybe not all of them. You can have a little bit. You can have a little bit as a treat. I want people who care about making the format fun. The format should be fun, not based on statistics. I don't give a shit about statistics. I don't care
what?
if everyone's playing Droll and Lockbird. If no one's playing Droll and Lockbird. I think nobody should be playing Droll and Lockbird. I don't care if everyone's playing DD Crow. People should be playing DD Crow. People should be playing Cosmic Cyclone. Those are fine power levels for the format. If they only look at stats, they may as well automate it like the stock market. Like, seriously. Like, they use a lot of statistics in the Master Duel ban list. But the thing about Master Duel is that Master Duel can collect so much finer statistics, like win rates of specific cards.
The materials
and such,
she's asking
that
for
you
are
can't
from
really get to
the latest
in
dungeon, so
Genesis format.
no, this
because
is
of
not for
it
the
being a
newbies.
paper format.
Talk as much as you want.
Come on, sit down.
And I think
Yeah.
this is just the wrong way of going about it. And also, if you're not built like doing this or based around the idea of maximizing fun for the most amount of players, and you're just doing it based on statistics, you run the risk of not actually understanding why cards are played, which we'll get into when we look at the
Well,
points.
I'm counting on you.
I think the idea of hitting FTKs and pseudo FTKs is good. That's the only other thing that's on here that really seems like a philosophy. They had a philosophy at one point of hitting a lot of
The
floodgates.
guest book is here.
Yes, there was also
What?
info here about event stuff. I've saw some people saying that like changing the way events are run makes it feel like a side event instead of a main event. I don't think that's the case. Like whatever. I think this thing about the lower power format is really annoying. I was hoping Genesis would be a lower power format. Can that be fixed? I think that's a legitimate thing to feel, right? This can already be done. Oh, really? Well, why don't you tell me how? One of the beautiful things about Genesis is that a tournament organizer can adjust the point cap. Setting the point cap to 50 or 25, just as examples, cuts the power level of the tournament's deck considerably. A 10-point cap limits the use of point-costed cards to only small point costs and only a handful of those. A 0-point cap cuts it out entirely. Ask your tournament organizer to try different point caps if that's what you're looking for. Do you know what happens if you run Genesis at 50 points? Cool Tune's the best deck. Monarch's the best deck. Same shit that's the best deck in the main format. Because the best deck in the main format
to everything,
aren't
what the hell?
hit enough. The format is only balanced around 100 points. It's
Kill it
only
in
balanced
one
around 100
turn,
points.
got it.
They have not done the work of balancing it around different points. And to be fair, that would be a lot of work to do. But if you're going to suggest it as a thing that they should do, you should balance it around that. You should do the work. small indie company Konami can't fucking manage it, apparently. Cool Toon is not the best deck in the main format, no, because it's at 100 points. A lot of other decks can hose it, but if you lower it down to lower point caps, it is a really fucking good deck. I think Cool Toon is the most annoying. No, I'm talking about the main Genesis format, 100 points. God damn. I'm only talking about Genesis. I'm not talking about Advanced tier at all. If I say main format, I mean the 100-point Genesis format. I'm talking about if you're doing what they suggest and lowering the point cap to 50 or 25 or 10. If you lower it to 0, Cool Toon, you can't play because they have cards that are like 3 points. Of course, now that's changed. But yeah. But yeah, if you look, and then you look at the question here, what data do you use for point adjustments? It is tournament data first and foremost. And it's just, but like, I don't care what data they use for point adjustments. What do you use besides data? That's what I care about. What do you use besides data? And they don't have any answer for that. They're talking about Neuron. Oh boy, you're gonna get data from Neuron. That's gonna really fix the format. Annoying. So, a couple of annoying things here, but I was gonna wait because, like I said, I think the way they do these point updates, like what to expect in the point update, is like almost custom designed to make everyone mad. Like they put these out and they don't give you actual numbers, and so everyone starts getting mad about shit, right? And I'm like, no, I'll just wait. I don't like the philosophy they are laying out, but I'll just wait. And then we get this. Alright, so here's the March point. First up, we have Cool Toon. Cool Toon Clip from 5 to 6. Now, to be fair, okay, I'm going to lay out my biases right here. I don't think Cool Toon should be playable in Genesis format at all. I think it is a deck that plays in a way that is just antithetical to how I feel Genesis should play. That's my thing. That is not necessarily their thing. It clearly isn't. And it's not necessarily anyone else's thing. I've seen plenty of people who think Cool Toon is cool and fine and like it. I don't. I think it sucks.
I do kind of agree. Cool Toon was pretty much destined to be the next.
I'm just explaining this.
Modern advanced deck. Anyways,
Cool
there was no reason for it to be playable in Genesis ever.
Those are two nothing, obviously. I want to say though, Cool Toon Synchro to 10 is actually a hit. I think people have been saying it's not a hit. I think I saw Starlon say it's not enough of a hit. It is absolutely a hit. Cool Toon Synchro to 10 means like 30 extra points all on its own. And Cool Toon Synchro is like a really important card for Cool Toon. It forces you to play Heralds, yep. It's absolutely a hit to Cool Toon. I don't know if it's not enough for me because I want Cool Toon to not be able to play any hand traps at all. I think Cool Toon should be 100 points in engine by itself. But, we're getting closer to that. Fine, sure. Exosister Betrayal to 7, Exosister Pax to 5. So this is a little reshuffling. I like the reshuffling. I don't know if these are, I don't particularly care about Exosister being playable. I think they need to hit Dimension Shifter more. Cool Toon needs tuner hand traps to be anything. Exactly. I don't want it to be anything. Yeah, I think the Exosister stuff is fine. The shuffling, I think it's good that they're shuffling things around. I like that experimentation. Cool. The problem with Exosister is not the Exosister cards. Exactly, yeah. It is literally just a Cool Toon issue. I just don't like Cool Toon. I really fucking hate that deck. That's all it is. I will fully admit to that. That is fully my bias. I just fucking hate Cool Toon so much. At least in a Genesis format context. Zaborg, the Mega Monk. So this is alongside Spellcard Soul Exchange and Steel Strings Sacrifice. This is not enough at all.
Went a little too
For
hard
those
there, I
who
suppose.
aren't aware, the Monarch deck, there's actually like 3 different builds of it. There is the Zaborg one, which they've hit. The Zaborg one, I think, is still theoretically playable, but it is a lot less strong than it was. This is enough to end exactly one version of the deck. Exactly, yes. But it does not end the hand loop version or the just like pure advantage version. I think the pure advantage version is mostly fine. I think it needs some hits to its main engine to like make it so it has to make some choices in its non-engine. But otherwise, it's mostly fine. It's really strong is the problem. It's just really strong. The thing of it does is like particularly unfair, so to speak, but it is extremely strong. The hand rip one is very annoying. And I don't know why we're not getting it. This is what I was talking about earlier, where the Genesis people saw the Zaborg. They were like, Zaborg is the problem. We get rid of the Zaborg version of the deck.
Arm seal, dang it.
I don't think they realized. I don't know if they watched the footage.
Or maybe that's the correct one to seal. Let's go.
And the deck lists. If they watched the footage, they would know that the hand rip version of the deck was probably better and is fucking annoying as shit. So I'm a little concerned about Monarch. I'm pretty concerned about Monarch hand rip or otherwise being a pretty dominant force in the current format. The hits to Soul Exchange and Steel String Sacrifice are nothing, but they don't do enough on that end. I think some of the main like actual Monarch-ass Monarch cards needed to be hit as well. Radiant Typhoon Vision to 10 is definitely a hit to Radiant Typhoon. Vision is a really good card. Is it enough though? I don't know. I don't know about that. Radiant was already hit. Yeah, it is. It needs to be hit more. There's no way it does not need to be hit more. If you saw some of the gameplay in the tournament, Radiant Typhoon is just unbelievable. Archmage gets hit to shit though. Holy shit! 3 points on Assault, 3 points on Alteration, 5 points on Medius, and 5 on Thea Realize. Vision is the draw, yeah. So Thea Realize Medius is like, that's 30 points right there. Thea Realize, I'm pretty sure, was being played in Archmage specifically, right? Wasn't it? Wasn't Coder on Thea Realize? It hits 3 decks. It is crazy. Yeah. Not in Mage, but in Dooms. Okay. Isn't it funny that they call it Dooms in the fucking like all their like commentary? Isn't that awesome? They call it Dooms. I think it's doing that. Like Doomsday. Wow. Yeah, Nova. They're not calling it Doomsday. They're calling it Dooms. All right. Dracotail, Labubu, and Rahu to 10. Honestly, this might finally be enough for Dracotail to like be not in the top of the. But I don't know if it's. I feel like they could still hit it more. Even. I feel like they could still hit it more. Even. Only one White Forest hit is a little concerning. I feel like White Forest is. Like waiting in the wings for all this stuff to hit. Exactly, Burnock. It's a good hit, but it should have been more. White Forest to me is just waiting in the wings to take over the format. I don't think because Monarch wasn't hit enough, it will take over the format, but it could very well be up in the top cut now because it's only got this one tiny little hit. The one problem I have with White Forest being in Genesis is it is kind of a build the board nonsense thing even in Genesis format, and that's unfortunate. I've seen people talking about the hits to punks. I think hits to punk are good. I think punk just is a really annoying deck in Genesis and deserves to be hit, even though it's maybe not being hit as much as some of the other decks that are better than it, right? I think that's fine. Punk has had plenty of play in Advanced. It doesn't need to see play in Genesis format. And that's the same thing I feel about Draco Tail. I hit Draco Tail harder. Make every card in Draco Tail 100. That's fine. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Welcome. Good night, then. The guest book is here.
Is so fucking annoying. Yeah, exactly. Genesis. Regenesis. Regenesis.
Come in. They have some new things
We're getting a rebalance on Regenesis. The format's named after this archetype, you know. It's not.
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't think decks that are as combo heavy as Punk should be
Here you go.
in Genesis. I think we should, cool them down a little bit. Just
Here
a
you
little
go.
That is worth it. Only a 5-point defense reduction.
I don't know if
It's
that's actually true,
technically a
Bernac.
speed boost, even.
I think it's still perfectly playable with Vanquished Soul. You just have to rearrange the way you play the cards.
I'll take good care of them.
In fact, one of the people I know who
business.
plays Regenesis says that it's harder to play
Thanks
it
for
pure
coming.
now than
That
it was
turned out
before.
pretty nice.
It's harder to play it pure, so now you have to play it with Vanquished Soul, which is unfortunate. I get the idea of trying to rearrange the
City
points in the
development, huh?
archetype, but I think they did it the wrong way. Just a rough. Yeah, no. To be fair, I don't know anything about Regenesis either. If I hadn't known that person who was saying that, I would know nothing about this. I would just be like, oh, okay, rearranging the points. That seems reasonable, you know. Yeah, I don't think you need to distribute the points so thoroughly across the cards. Why don't they do this for most other archetypes? I feel like most powerful archetypes should have a bunch of cards with 3 points on them. Then we get to non-engine. Ghost Mortar and
Doing
Moonlit
good.
Chill from 3 to 5. Ghost Ogre from
Why
3
the
to
hell
4.
this place has been
Ghost
so
Bell from
fucking
5 to
expensive?
6. Infect Veiler
Doing
from 7
good.
to 8. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring from 15 to 20.
You want this?
Golden Laughter, 25.
Doing good.
Why any of these?
Doing good.
The Mortar hit is kind of insane. I guess it's kind of an Effect Veiler. Who wanted Droll back? Apparently a lot of people. I keep seeing people saying, actually it's good that the Droll is going back to 20. Actually it's good that the Droll is going back to 20. I think it's good that Troll is going back to 20. What? Who are you people? I am hydrated. Ash going up is fine. Yeah, I think it's fine for Ash to be an expensive thing in Genesis. I think it's a little weird that they're doing it just because it's being played.
Let's hear it.
It's 15 points was already a pretty rough investment
Right,
for Ash
with
Blossom.
mushrooms. Do we have
It was
something
seeing
like that?
play because so many engine decks don't have points on them. If you point the engine decks, they'll stop running Ash Blossom. Ash is really good when it dissolves. Yeah.
No shit.
Is that a problem? Is it a problem that Ash, the 1-for-1 interaction, is good when it resolves? I don't think it is.
Yeah, there's no way Ash and Droll should be the same
And then
points.
Droll. I see a lot of people talking in chat. Yes, 20 is still a lot of investment for Droll and Lockbird. But that just means it punishes decks that are pointed and doesn't punish decks that aren't. Hold up, how am I? I lost myself in the sentence there. You get what I mean. It is punishing pointed decks and not punishing unpointed decks, which makes sense. That would make perfect sense, actually. If the way they distributed points made any sense. If the good decks were heavily pointed, it would make sense. But they aren't. They aren't. They're finally starting to
Try.
get
Let's be okay.
some
Let's
The
points.
start.
eggs.
Let's hear it.
They distribute
Dude,
points
why
to
is
push
everyone
product. That
else
is the
so
one
fucking
thing that
terrible?
seems to be the most clear to me about Genesis format. It is a clear and present pushing of new product.
Then let's
Just
start.
getting the third best
Let's hear it.
cards in every set a place to play. And that's not what I wanted from Genesis.
I have something cold that doesn't have any
I
gel.
honestly think Droll
Let's
to
go,
20 is
shave
worse than Droll at
dice.
25. At 25, it was basically unplayable. At 20,
Rediscover.
you might see it.
Humanity
But
rediscovers
you'll never be
shaved
prepared for
dice.
it. You'll never be
Humanity is fucking
working
saved. Let's
around
go.
that.
Okay.
It'll just
Let's
pop
hear
out
it.
of nowhere and say, "Hey, I'm Droll and Lockbird. Your turn's over."
It's not a big deal, but
Yeah, Bernard, you have it exactly right. It's the same argument I have for why Maxi
Anything
shouldn't
else
be
you
at
need?
1. It should be at 0 or 3. It's the same thing in my opinion. It's just like, yeah, if it's at 3, or in this case, if it's at 20 point, or if it's at 5 or 25, I can either prepare for it or not. At 20, you could see an argument for playing it, even like just at 1 copy, and then it's just going to fucking end your turn
See ya,
because
guys.
you're not prepared for it at all. So now you have to make that gamble. Do you prepare for Droll and Lockbird in every deck you play on the off chance you see it once?
Everyone.
Or do you not prepare for it?
If it's not too much
And
trouble,
I don't think
then
that's fun. I don't think that's fun. A fun
I'll
gamble
do
to
my
have to make.
best.
Okay, let me have the other non-engine. DD Crow to 1. Cosmic Cyclone to 1. Dark Ruler No More to 2. Ultimate Slayer to 1. Mistaken Arrested 10? Okay. Malong to 4. Garura to 4.
Thank
You're
you
allowed
for
to
your
Agitator
business.
4. Okay.
Welcome.
I think this sucks.
that's amazing.
I don't think DD Crow should have points on it. It's not a good card. The only part that is good about it is this right here.
Oh,
You
right.
see this part right here? This is what makes DD Crow good.
Hmm?
This is what makes DD Crow playable. I don't
I
think
just
anyone's going to
can't.
play it at 1. I don't think anyone's going to play it at 1. Cosmic
the guest book
Cyclone,
is here.
I could see people playing it at 1. I could see people playing Cosmic Cyclone. It is a good card. But you could also play Twin Twister instead. It's not as good. It's not as good.
Good luck.
There's also still Mystical
Well, I can see
Space
people playing
Typhoon.
I don't know, because Cosmic Cyclone's at 1. I think you pick Cyclone over Crow every instance, and I don't think a lot of people are going to have 6 points available for DD Crow and Cosmic Cyclone. Dark Ruler No More, I would put at 1 point. I think it's
I
fine for Dark
agree.
Ruler No More to have points, but I would put it at 1 instead of 2. And I think the way to hit Slayer is to hit the good things it sends rather than itself. I think Ultimate Slayer should be 0, and then Malong and Garura and Aggregator get the points. And Garura should probably have more points because it's a Super Poly. But Super Poly already has points. You know, it's kind of a, however you want to hit it, you know. You could do that. I just think that's worse than running 3 Cosmic and then something else. Although I guess what is your something else? Skullmeister? I don't know. I really hate that we're pointing the sideboard cards when we don't have like extra points for the sideboard cards. Mistaken arrest though, that's a good hit. Hit it more. Make this an extra 0. Put an extra 0 right here. Get this card out of here. That's exact. Yeah, Wobbler, that is very true. Putting points in the side is just miserable. Oh, Bernag, I want to say with that,
I've been putting
make the choice of
pointed cards in my side deck since day 1 in Genesis.
Froakie.
I don't know, man. It's not that
over
bad.
Cosmic, how many combo decks exist? I think the combo decks should not exist as they currently do. Where's Dim Fizz? That's a good question. That's a good question. And then we have a bunch of other crap. We have a bunch of other crap. Book of Eclipse, 5 to 3. Cool. Book of Moon, 7 to 4. Honestly, Book of Moon looking pretty playable at this point. Where's Macro, Shifter, Soundproof? Yeah, there's a lot that's just missing. Darkhold 1 is like... Darkhold feeling nice? Anyone feeling Darkhold at this point? Raigeki from 7 to 4 is cool. I like Daruma Karma Cannon at 1. I think that's a really good thing. Evenly matched to 7. Sure. I think evenly matched is kind of fun. Board breaker. Imperm from 13 to 12 is funny. Pickups to 5. I think that's good. IKS to 10 is actually really interesting. At 33, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber was like, you would never even consider it. This actually makes it something you might actually consider. I think that's really interesting. Molcharmies. Look, if it's not Fool Loss, I don't think you're going to get people playing it no matter how low you... Unless you make it 0, I don't think people are going to play Meowls. And unless you make it like 5 or less, I don't think you're going to see people playing Perulia. Heavy Storm to 6. Sure, man, whatever. Feather Duster to 9. Fuck it, yeah. Lightning Storm to 12. They're trying their damnedest to make going second better. You get all these board breakers in exchange for every hand trap going up in points. Change of Heart to 6. Snatch Steel to 4. Monster Reborn to 4. Sure, whatever. Dragonic Diagram to 15.
Oh, I forgot to heal Rema.
It's public. They're trying to engineer a board breaker format in real time. It is something they're trying to make happen. I don't know that it's going to happen even with these changes. Like, that's exactly it, folks. They're doing all this lowering of board breakers to make going second better, but the fact they hit Slayer and Crow and these fuck-ass hand traps and shit makes going second worse, even with the changes they made. I don't know. I do like that they're making consistency tools lower points. Dragonic Diagram to 15, Moving Hinger to 15. I like that. I'm not a huge fan of the Hecka Hands unhits. I know we're not seeing play. I think Hecka Hands are just really fucking annoying in the way they play, and they shouldn't be in the format. That's why they were hit in the first place, because they do hand rip shit. They specifically said when they hit these cards that they do hand rip shit, and we don't want to see that in the format, so we're going to point them. Do you not care anymore? Is it just like nothing matters except whether they see play or not? Do we have a ban list philosophy or not? That's the question I have. Do we have a philosophy as to what we want the format to look like, or is it purely data? And if it's purely data, I don't think I want to play. Stratos to 0, great. I think that's good. Fire King hit unhits. I think that's fine. I think Fire Hit King is a really cool deck in this format. And with the unhits to Dark Hole as well, interesting stuff. Sprite could be easily unhit. I don't know why Sprite has I feel like you can unhit Sprite a lot more than it is currently. Same with Sword Soul, although, you know, Sword Soul is going to get a little buff with that new trap that Tak was talking about, that synchro trap, synchro emergency, whatever the heck. Barrier the Voiceless Voice, probably fine. I haven't seen Voiceless Voice see much play. It doesn't seem particularly strong.
Yeah, I want Voiceless Voice to be playable, man.
Rhoda
Why the
and
fuck is
Fossil
it
going down? Great.
Why the fuck does it
They
have
should go
so
down
much
more.
points?
I think consistency tools are awesome. I think consistency tools are really cool. We should be hitting ceiling instead of consistency tools. Hey chat, can you read Mist's number? Have you read Mist's number? Have you read Mist's number? I combined two memes. That means it's twice as funny.
Let's do this.
6-7. 6-7. I think every Rhoda spell is unplayable unless they're like 10 points. Yeah, that's true. I think they should be like basic. I think they should be fucking 0 points. I don't fucking care about the generic consistency. I think they should be allowed to be played. Yeah. So they lowered it to 6-7 and lowered Fossil Dig to 33, so you can run one Fossil Dig and one Miscellaneous Source, and that's all your points. I don't know if any of you have played Dinosaur before. That is not good. That is not good. The Misc is nice for GMX. That is absolutely true. It needs Misc. You were able to do some stuff with Jirac sending Misc instead. But this gives you frees up a lot more space than that, and it could theoretically let you do a Overraptor build instead. I feel like you'd rather play Misc and Penny. Yeah, I think that is probably the case. Or like any number of Pentas that you can actually fit in here. But Misc is an absolute essential card in Dinosaur, so it needs to be playable for the deck to run. As I said in my GNX video essay, just fucking either point Miscellaneous Source appropriate to its power level, get rid of it and print us another card that does the same something. I am so fucking tired of Dinosaur being trapped in the shadow of Miscellaneous Source. I don't care about the fucking protection of that. I don't care about it. I just want the Grave Effect. Errata it to make it not have the protection effect. I do not give a shit. I do not give a shit. I don't care. Just no one does. Unfortunately, way too many people do. That is why they keep it at 6-7 and limited. I do not give a shit about it. I just want the extender. I just want the ability to play the deck. Okay, they hit unhit Blaster, Redox, Tempest, and Tidal. They ruined their funny joke by making all the 7 Dragon 7s and made them 5s now instead. They should change their levels too to match. That's probably fine. I think someone was saying that they're just a build-a-board, but they're like a bad build-a-board, so I don't really give a shit. This card missed. Ask your opponent how they're doing. True! That's really different placement with that.
What the fuck?
Hey man, you doing alright? We also have Melody Awakening Dragon going down. Alright, we have Dark Magician of Destruction going to 15 and Gaze of Timaeus to 1. Like I said, they lied a little bit. They are hitting some of the shit from Maze of Muertos. They're hitting Gaze to 1 like they said, but they're also hitting Dark Magician of Destruction. Those are fine. Those are fine hits. They're also hitting the Makonko shit, like, really hard. Apparently they don't want Makonko anymore. That's crazy. Ohime is still at 33. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Makonko is like 216 points. They fucking hate Makonko so much. Also, sandwich for free. Trade into 5, Celestial Observatory to 5, Ixchel to 5. I've heard this is the wrong hit for Dark Lord, but sure. Engage to 7, Into the Void from 3 to 7, Toon Table of Contents to 7. Oh my god! Upstart Goblin to 7. They do not want you to draw cards without points. Which is fair, honestly. I feel like a lot of the just generic draw cards do need to have points. I can see the Conquo being really powerful. I can see it happen. It's just one of the cards compared to everything else they don't get. Yeah, trade into Upstart for all the up. It's you will not play Exodia. I still think the correct hit for Exodia was to make the head 100 points. Doesn't hit Millennium at all. They can just play 2 legs, 2 of one of the legs. Hi Kai. They can play 5 legs. Fuck it. Play 5 legs. They could make every single draw spell like 1 point and Exodia head 100 points, and that would solve the Exodia problem. without ruining Millennium, because they could just play more legs. The unstoppable Legzodia. Raider's Knight is a hit to distant coders specifically. In case you weren't aware, that's a hit to distant coders specifically. They said, hey, distant coder, you're too good at the game. You gotta get out of here. You're the person winning with this card, you gotta stop. Utopia double. Sure, I guess. This one's a good hit though. That connects. You can't let this card exist. Yeah, so Raider's Knight is also an FTK tool. That's the thing about Raider's Knight is simultaneously an FTK tool and an OTK tool. Isn't that funny?
I don't
Dark
understand.
Eradicator Warlock is a dual hit. Yeah. These two are really good hits. Just fucking get out of here. Who gives a shit? Nobody who's playing Gimmick Puppet is doing anything that deserves to be rewarded. Can't let Gimmick Puppet exist in any way. Yeah. Get it out of here.
A piss.
So that's the list. I don't know. I'm frustrated by some of this. There's a lot that's fine in here. There's a lot that's perfectly fine. And like, I think what I'm frustrated by
Oh, of course. I'll take good care of
is
them.
not necessarily these hits specifically, but the philosophy through which they are making these hits.
Thank you for
There's
your
like
business.
the reason why there are the misses that there are is because of
Welcome. I'll call the
the
doctor.
wrong-headed philosophy.
I'll
And the
call
lack of certain cards. Yes. There's certainly cards that are lacking. The one everyone's been saying, Illusion Gate, stuff like that. So yeah, Fanatics, for those who are questioning, Fanatics is both a locking mechanism and an FTK mechanism. It does both.
Then. The guest book is here.
And yeah, the Dark Eradicator Warlock is a DMod add to FTKs. Yeah, I think Illusion Gate shouldn't have been a ton of points. It should have just been about the same amount as Dark Hole, or maybe slightly more, like 2 points, 2 or 3. But yeah, non-fusion area, soundproof, defissure, macrocosmos, shared ride. None of those got hits. They need to be hit at least a little bit. Dimension Fissure, I think the most of all of them. Defissure is the most egregious. Testudo Turtles. They need to have hit Vestalos or just any of the Monarch stuff to make the hand rip not as like easy to do. It is, like I said, they're hitting some of the right stuff, but not all of it, which is a symptom of their philosophy, which is pure data. There is no like idea of what they want the format to look like. They just say, well, the chart says we do this. The data says we should hit this deck, so we'll hit these cards. Why? Do you know why you have to hit those cards? Excel-based format. It's not even a Vibes-based format anymore. Did they like watch the SEMO video and were like, oh no, we can't have a Vibes-based format. We gotta make this data-based. It needs to be more Vibes-based. Bring back Vibes. Bring back vibes. That's the thing about the vibes-based format complaint that was so bizarre. Every format is vibes. That's where fun is. It's just vibes. Good vibes are how you make fun. You can't mathematically your way into fun. You can't math your way into fun. Unless you enjoy doing math, in which case you can math your way into fun. But, you know, that's for you, right? That's for you, not for everyone else. Shout out to math. Mathematical. See, that's what I'm saying, Beals. That's for you though. Like that's not for you can't math the format into a fun format. There's no formula. It's like it reminds me of that one post where it's like they're talking about like something. They're like, oh god, what is the structure of it? But they're like, something happens, and then the fat kid's like, I love food. They write out like fat kid says, I love food, and the smart kid says, I think E equals, according to my calculations, E equals MC fun. That's what it feels like. They're trying to do E equals MC fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's a lot more for you if you want to. Just hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I also appreciate it if you like, comment, and maybe share it with your friends.
He did not want to activate MSD, and he had time in end phase. You can't activate MSD from hand in your end phase. That's just not a thing. Memento versus Virtual World. Issue. Jesus Christ, what is going on? What? Okay. Swords of Concealing Light on declaration of combined creation attacking directly. What horizontal channel monsters your opponent controls? Huh? What do you mean Swords of Concealing Light on declaration of combined creation attacking directly? What? Oh, the spiritual Swords of Concealing Light. Oh, because it says spell trap cards. Oh, I see. You're asking if they can banish the spiritual swords from grave in response to you attacking with your memento monster due to the effect of make land. Oh, dude, I really have to decipher that one. Jesus Christ. So, Spiritual Sword says, during your opponent's turn, you can banish a card from your graveyard. This turn, your opponent's monsters cannot attack directly. So, I assume what happened is he entered battle, he declared an attack, and then we're using the Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light. I did banish it on declaration. Yeah, that is legal as you're not activating a trap card. You are activating a trap effect. Here, the direct attack is no longer legal, so a replay would occur. Yeah, because they can't attack directly. So a replay occurs because attacking directly is no longer a legal attack target. So once that becomes no longer a legal attack target, then a replay occurs because the choices of legal attack targets has changed. So instantly here you get a replay occurring. I'm also if the attack is negated or not. I told him that his trap does not negate attacks. He would have to activate it previously. It doesn't negate the attack, but it makes it so attacking directly is no longer legal. Are they forced to attack still? No, they can choose to not attack. Whenever a replay occurs, you always get one of two options. You always get the option of canceling the attack, but if you cancel the attack, that monster does lose its right to attack. It's not allowed to attack again at any point during that battle phase. Or you select a different attack target, and the attack continues on to the newly selected attack target. We got an AFK call. He intends to be AFK for 30-40 seconds until I call Judge. What did he say? I'm going to AFK. Is that what happened? Let me check the log. This is really weird. Blue has been a strange individual at the start of this game. Out of nowhere, completely randomly, right at the start of the game, Blue wrote all caps, fuck nerds. And then the players have hardly communicated at all. Red hasn't said anything. does he? Hold on. Oh, Red said 1 sec. AFK for a bit, came back. Okay. Bro, hey, bro, hey. Sauce. Holy shit, man. AFK for a bit. Not AFK. He literally did AFK for a little bit, but Blue's being a pain in the ass, man. It was Red rolling the dice. Oh, it was Red rolling the dice. Interesting. I mean, Blue was also spamming, but Red did in fact roll the dice. But he hasn't been talking like at all in this duel. But he just AFK'd for a minute. He said 1 sec, left for a minute, came back and said, okay.
What the fuck?
He activates Swap Frog effect, and he's gonna troll the game. What? What do you mean he activates Swap Frog FFX? He rushed and played a lot. Why don't you wait for your opponent to okay your effects? Let's make this simple. After you activate an effect, please wait for your opponent to okay. Alright, simple enough. If you want, I can go back, no problem. See? Simple. You did that right after the game AFK. I have already issued a slow play warning. You can continue. This is the thing that I hate about DB players, man. DB players constantly do this thing where they like to psychoanalyze their opponent. My opponent went AFK, then came back and played quickly, therefore he must be malicious. Like, no, probably AFK because he just had something to do, and then he played quickly because he felt bad that he fucking made you wait for a minute. And then after that, he just fucking played normal. Like, I'm looking at these logs, looks like he's playing fucking normal. And then Blue is saying, you intend to AFK, duel will stop here, you will be punished. Like, Blue's being weird as fuck. Blue is being mad weird. And look, he's going back, like, it's fine. Hi, Judge. Triple Tactics Talent, Chainlink 1, Cup C Way, Chainlink 2, Opponent, Cup C Way, Chainlink 3, mine. I took Lolipo. Who gets to activate Lolipo on res? The player who controls Lolipo on resolution of the chain gets to activate the effect. I'll even pull up the log, the database entry, because I know they're going to argue. It's the IP Masquerena ruling, right? If the effect of IP Masquerena is changed, Triple Tactics Talent, and control of the link summon the SP Little Knight changes, who gets to activate the effect. After the chain has finished resolving, at the time when the trigger effect of the SP Little Knight can be activated, you are SP Little Knight's controller, therefore you can activate its effect at this time. The player who controls the card when the Lolipo would activate can activate. I knew he was going to argue about it, but I have the database ruling entry that supports my ruling here. It's crazy that wasn't always the case. They've actually flip-flopped on this ruling a couple of times. As a great judge, I have the same level of authority as a head judge, where rulings cannot be appealed. Now proceed. The big thing too is that even if I was a green judge would deny this appeal. Because on DB we have the rule that if we can link a database entry, an official source or something like that, to say, hey, this is the official source here, a green would deny it as well, just because you have the official source, and on DB we follow the database entries for our rulings. So if there is a database entry on it, that's simply the ruling that's given. So it's binding, essentially. So at that point, we wouldn't have to allow the appeal. What if the judge misinterprets / misreads the database? Then I would assume that the player would read the database and go, I'm sorry, what you said is contrary to what's on the database entry. Using cheap tricks with priority to win. Huh? What are we talking about? Let me take a guess. Red drew for turn and said priority in draw phase. I would like to target the backer. He waited for you to use dust shoot and then let's have a look. I will review the log. This is a classic. Fun police going full role play. Hell yeah. Yes, the classic. The classic. Waited for the opponent to activate Dust Shoot before MST. Blue draws for turn. 2 seconds later, opponent activates Dust Shoot. 3 seconds after that, Red activates MST and says your Dust Shoot stays set. In this situation, you should always ask your opponent if they have anything before passing priority to. You flip the card 2 seconds after they started their turn. If they wanted to type in draw phase prior, they probably wouldn't have had the time to do so before you flipped your card. I'm a big believer of this. A lot of people like to say, well, if I ask him if he has anything in draw phase, he'll understand that I have dust shoot, and then he'll MST so that I can't dust shoot. And it's like, well, the reality of it is you have to prioritize proper play over, I'm gonna catch him not knowing, kind of thing, You're not forced to dust shoot at that point. Well, you wouldn't be allowed to dust shoot at that point. Because that's the reason why, right? Is if he draws for turn and activates MST, he doesn't have 4 cards in hand, so his opponent can't dust shoot. He did not want to activate MST, and he had time in end phase. He can't activate MSD from hand in your phase. That's just not a thing. You choosing to not ask if priority is passed is your problem, not your opponent's. They have priority, they can MSD. Like, this is about as simple as it gets. I meant to say wait in my draw phase prio. I mean, that wouldn't be necessary if you weren't trying to flip shit out of wine. There's no need for that. In their draw, if you give them enough time, they would be able to say in draw phase prio and use MSD as you should. This is how the game is played. Like, this is not a cheap trick with priority. Let's be real. Like, the thing is that it would be super simple too, is that you let him draw, and if he clicks the standby phase button, then at that point you go wait when you attempt to leave draw, trap dash. Like, it's simple. If they draw, then press SP, then you could say in draw phase and activate Dust Chew. As them pressing standby phase is them clearly passing back priority to you. They have prio for MSD. I will allow MSDCL1. You're another idiot. UC minor. Do not insult people on this website. This guy said, fuck off. Probably shouldn't say something. I'm be real, stuff like that doesn't affect me. To tell me, you're an idiot. Actually, I'm correct, is what I am. I'm correct. Sure, bud. There you go. He's not gonna be on this app for much longer. I mean, this is completely fine. Like, I can understand he's being salty and he thinks he's acting all high and mighty and stuff like that. Typically, that's what it is. Someone who's in the wrong and they realize they're in the wrong and they don't have some way of, like, being in the right. Usually, all they do as, like a defense mechanism is they try to act all high and mighty and, like, whatever. It's whatever. If that's what makes him feel better, then by all means. There's a series called Anger Management. You should see it. Oh, and a movie too. Don't rage bait him, bro. I will, thank you. Yo, wait, Reformed. That's crazy. Holy shit, Reformed. Oh my god. The pun has properly been policed.
The guest book is here. Good luck.
Forgot to put it and watch later.
Nether portal hubs across the overworld.
Down after failed negotiations with the England Republic led to a total ban of all international travel. Good evening, entities. I'm Anasai Cooper, and you're watching the Daily Emerald. Our first story tonight: Nether portals have officially been closed following the collapse of negotiations between overworld officials and the England Republic over a proposed Nether highway treaty. The decision comes just weeks after England insurgents blocked a critical section of the highway. Tensions escalated further when the England Republic unilaterally reduced the highway speed limit, replacing all blue ice with packed ice and slowing transport to a crawl. As a result, thousands of overworld tourists remain stranded in the overworld embassy with no clear path home. The resolution appears increasingly unlikely. As expected, netherite prices have skyrocketed, with authorities advising overworld residents to switch back to diamond for the time being. In other news, the Nitwit villager population has surged dramatically following the legislation of dried kelp across multiple regions. Local councils in several villages have already moved to ban the substance, citing what they describe as a complete collapse in workforce productivity. Players are now reporting widespread difficulties sourcing enslavable villagers, with trading halls across the overworld sitting partially empty. We go now to Lapis Winters, our in-the-field correspondent.
Thank you. I'm here in a Plains village where the effects of dried kelp legalization are already becoming clear. Behind me, you can see multiple Nitwit villagers wandering aimlessly with no interest in searching for job blocks. Local players tell me this has made it nearly impossible to maintain trading halls. Officials warn the situation may worsen in the coming days as supply continues to spread. Back to you.
That's why I stick to golden apples, folks. And finally tonight, the Red Cow Stunt Mob has successfully completed the highest water bucket clutch in recorded history after falling from a height of over 100,000 blocks. The jump was conducted earlier today in a packed Shulker Stadium, where the daredevil mover pulled off the greatest stunt of its career. Footage shows the cow descending at extreme speed before placing a single water source just moments before impact, ending safely within the victory. Officials have confirmed the stunt is now being reviewed for inclusion in the Book of Will of World Records. For now, those are tonight's top stories. This has been a Daily Emerald Report. Stay safe and don't dig straight down.
Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Here it is.
Can you hear my voice?
It's Weefies.
Run, Avery is the last line in a book that Avery. And that's it. It seems impossible that a whole mind just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So, in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange, and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling. But the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it isn't coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it. So, is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video and a dead end? Not quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link, that when you enter takes you to a folder. And this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist. Opening the video named Footage 1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this. Nothing weird, it's just a cave, and Avery walks in to begin exploring until he stops and sees this. It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer we can see what it is: moss and grass. This is immediately a red flag, because this kind of terrain does not generate caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either, and when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it. A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is. A tree unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree. And he does, with no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground. And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs and even more trees, and even more moss. He pauses to talk at one point, but instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else.
It's weird. We've only seen stone.
And I guess he's right. The walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite, or ores, but come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here. At some point, though, Avery's wish gets granted, and the cave turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger, until finally, Avery reaches the end. Taking everything in. The room is a giant cave of green, with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks around in awe as he explores the chamber, and from closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees, made of spruce, mud, and oak. But the question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain, obviously, doesn't generate naturally, so who made it, and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, because finally, Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel at the center of the room. Avery walks through the mud brick tunnel, turning to glance behind him every few steps, but of course, nothing is there. The world is set to single player. At least, it seems that way. Until this happens. something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches suddenly get light down. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking. Another pair of torches is gone.
I'm not scared of torches turning on. But I already heard you with them. I'm not scared of a game.
There's nothing here. Just an oddly shaped room.
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared. But I felt compelled. I've never felt like that in my life.
What is going on here? Things just went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds.
then.
This doesn't just
guest
happen
book
on a
is
normal
here.
world, but Avery did say he found this world on a computer he got from a
luck.
storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure
take good
horror.
care of them.
Case closed. Except it's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google
could I
Drive
help you with
folder.
anything
If you
else?
remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this.
My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure.
This seems
Here you go.
okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is
you go.
why Avery's name is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin.
take
Almost
good care
like
of them.
he's hiding from something.
Thank you for your
but there's
business.
still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's
Thanks for
happening
coming. That
in this
turned out
world,
pretty nice.
why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching as Avery runs from whatever it is that's hiding in this
Doing
world.
this then? Items, huh?
Avery
Alright.
says he has to keep moving, even
Alright.
if he doesn't exactly know why, and the only way to go is down. Avery
Rewards,
takes a
right?
leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation, he burrows himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight. Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough space at the top to get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls.
Then let's start.
Avery scans around. There's
Let's
no
hear it.
marker of where to go, just tunnels upon tunnels as far as the eye can see. And then he hears it. The same sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as
Then
he
let's
locks
start.
himself in, we can hear the whispers again. Quieter, but still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. but
Will this be okay?
now
Let's
what?
start.
He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and
See you
hope
guys.
it's correct. He scans the walls again, no obvious sign of which one to pick. So finally, he rolls the dice.
Welcome. Come again.
The tunnel leads to another junction, and again, after a slight hesitation,
Which one do you
Avery
think?
goes left. The tunnel continues, getting narrower and narrower.
This one, huh? Sure.
Until finally,
Huh? Well, I'm counting on you.
he finds himself in the oasis. Avery looks around the room, strangely, almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as far as the eye can see. For a moment, he pauses. Before something snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake. Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further.
If this thing comes through here again,
Hey,
it has
you
to break
guys,
that.
what do you
But I
got
need
for
to
me?
explore.
He sails back to the edge of the lake.
What it can't avoid doing is
Not
loading
bad.
a chunk.
Avery chops a few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple. Set a trap for the thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him? Sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this?
I've already heard you in the cave.
Well, it took me
Well,
a second to
I'm
figure out
counting
what
on ya.
exactly he meant, but then I heard this.
Welcome. The guest book is here.
It's almost impossible to make out, but on a few separate instances, while Avery was walking in that original